Well, there really wasn't a great way to put this other than this is the studio and some things got out of hand. So let's fix that, and we can talk about all things flesh and blood. Stay tuned. Today on Geeks First, we talk about the brand new Blitz decks, who they're for, and how you can use them. All that and more right now. Welcome back to Geeks First, where we talk about all things TCG. I'm your host, Jacob. Flesh and Blood in general is gathering tons and tons of newfound attention for doing things, frankly, all right. They're embracing things that are good and while also providing hope for things to come, such as PvE. James, I see PvE. I can feel it approaching, gathering strength so that the heroes can battle. Sorry about that. Moving on. Today we look at the 12 new Blitz decks released by Flesh and Blood for the latest set, Outsider, and History Pack Volume 2. Well, technically it's actually Blitz decks that are for History Pack Volume 1 for some reason, and I think that could possibly be because this is the first set of History Pack Blitz decks which are available in white border, so maybe we can hope for more to come in Volume 2. They say Volume 1? I don't know. With History Pack 1, Blitz decks released on April 7th, 2023 in North America, the History Pack Blitz decks represent some of the earliest heroes from Flesh and Blood who up until this time have lacked any formal Blitz deck offering. Alongside this release, Outsider's Blitz decks add to the existing collection of pre-con Blitz decks, effectively doubling the current offering, including some heroes from old sets as well as new. If you count all the Blitz decks that are available at this time of this video, including the Ira Welcome deck as well as the two-player Dory vs. Reinar deck, that puts us up to 24 options to choose from to begin your quest. So this effectively doubles what you have even just 3 months ago. So jump on in and jam a game of Blitz. Now let's quickly take a look at these sweet new player-friendly decks, and may I add that it is a great and cost-effective way to get into the game of Flesh and Blood. First up, we have the 6 decks from Outsiders, and in no particular order, we have Azuri, Arachne, Riptide, Katsu, Benji, and Azalea. A sealed display will have one of each of the 6 mentioned heroes. Now, each Blitz pre-constructed deck will consist of 40 cards, hero, weapons, and equipment cards that come in each deck. With a retail MSRP of $11.99 per box and a sealed brick of the 6 heroes running you on average between $70 to $80 US on TCG Player or from your local gaming store. Now, let's take a rundown of this product as we look at the description and we open up some of these decks. Haunted by a mysterious past, the crafty assassin Azuri leads a band of misfits, including a frightening new version of the king-slaying assassin Arachne, and the merciless Riptide, a trapped-based ranger. Fan-favorite Ranger Azalea returns to take out the competition, while a pair of wandering ninjas, Katsu and Benji, embark on dangerous missions in the underworld. Ready to play out of the box, Outsiders Blitz decks are designed as a fun and fast way to explore Flesh and Blood, ideal for kitchen table gaming. Playing as an assassin, keeping your opponents guessing, or even delivering an onslaught of sneaky tricks, or play as a ranger, pinning your opponent down with arrows and traps while you set up the killing blow. Or release the Fist of Fury as a ninja, darting between their defenses with a flurry of attacks. Hi, Editing Jake here. History Pack, Volume 1, in English, they're black border. I thought they were going to be white border. I'm a little confused, because I thought the whole point of History Pack 1 was they were supposed to be not the same. I'm not complaining, but I didn't expect it. I bought a bunch of white sleeves thinking it'd be cute to have white sleeves with white cards, but I was wrong. They're black border. Now, while these decks are indeed a good place to start, they certainly are not the end-all be-all of all pre-constructed decks. And while LSS is doing great things, I do want to point out a few downsides of their decks and hope that they can improve these for later sets. Starting off, it appears that they have dropped the full art hero cards, which frankly is quite a bummer. This is a small token that was a nice way to showcase the contents of the deck, and when storing your cards, it was a really unique way to showcase or find the deck quickly so that you could see where your decks were in a giant pile of decks in a box. Secondly, like the two-player classic battle decks, the decks are, well, not quite as flashy, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it leaves a lot to be desired. And for a player who's deep into the game or even a few boxes in, there really is no extra incentive to buy these products versus using your own bulk to make the deck, other than obviously this one works right out of the box. Thirdly, the lack of any farmer playmat or instructions to play, well, is environmentally green, and that's good, but it does take you out of the game when you want to not have to use the internet and just learn to play. You basically can't, since there's not even a written card or turn order or instruction card. I do deeply hope that this small criticism, that they will take this into account, and any meaningful addition such as this can occur, because not everyone wants to watch a video or how to play. Heck, not everyone's even on YouTube, which is where you're watching this. So hit that like, share, and subscribe button for more content coming soon. Enough with the criticisms, and onto some positivity. Finally, we have some pre-con decks that we have beloved heroes from the early days of Flesh and Blood's history. Some of these will help players such as myself learn how to play new heroes and classes that are in a controlled way where the power level and combo potential is not off the charts, so that I can learn the basics of each hero. This is exciting for me personally because I have been stuck so much in my Dash main because I have loved that hero so much that now I can get to explore some of these other heroes that I frankly thought were just too complicated to play, and I don't have to worry about any way overly complicated thing because they're just basic blitz decks. Now, for the Outsiders precons, there are realistically no cards here that cannot be obtained from the bulk from buying Outsiders boxes. And for History Pack 1, it's actually the exact same thing. So that's actually kind of nice. I do applaud them for that. These decks are honestly not for everybody, but that's not the point. They are intended as a great and easy way to get into the game, and you can almost treat them as if they were a box game or a game that you could put on a shelf and, like a board gamer, pull it out and say, I want to play this variation of Flesh and Blood History Pack 1 today, or instead, I want to play this game of Outsiders, and they'd all work together. I believe that each deck is almost equal power within its own ecosystem, meaning that you should be able to play with these for many, many years to come and have an excitement occur when you have certain heroes pull off certain tricks. Now, the contents of each deck are very basic, and when you're done, if you wanted to choose like sleeves, or if you wanted to sleeve these cards in penny sleeves, there is one slight problem. It won't fit back into the box, which is kind of a bummer. Nonetheless, the decks can provide hours of enjoyment, and in the upcoming videos, we'll go over each deck individually to discuss their playstyles and some sample turns when you walk through them so that you can see how they work. As we enter the next step, I really do hope that we can come to see more precons, especially at every set release, where there can be some slight changes, and I would like to see, such as, where did the mentors go? Or maybe we'll see a bigger box. What about the full art heroes? Or even some interesting cold foil equipment. Overall, I'd give this product a review score of about 7 out of 10. And for all the above reasons mentioned, they certainly do have their place, but while indeed useful to onboard people, there are small quality of life improvements that can be made to just nudge this product in a better state that will help embrace the new player onboarding experience and remove frustrations about needing to use external devices, and including pausing or rewinding videos just to learn your first game, versus just having fun by jamming your first game and reading the instructions as they are on the table. The biggest and most important thing to know is that these cards are also obtainable from their respective Flesh and Blood sets, and they are released, so there are no mechanically unique cards in these Blitz decks, so kudos to LSS for doing that. We did see what happened when there was a mechanically unique card in this set right here. That is still to be determined what will happen long term with that. Anyways, what do you think about these decks? How do they work for you and your group? Have you outgrown these starter Blitz decks already? Do you even play Blitz in your local group? Well, why don't write below and let me know in the comment section how you and your community plan on possibly leveraging these to build your community and grow by getting people interested in the game of Flesh and Blood. Until next time, may your games be fun and your friendships grow. Cheers.
I told you, PvE is coming. Just wait and see.
Greetings and welcome back. Today we have some very interesting news that we can try and connect So the first part of this is unscripted and shit. So we're going to stop. I think my phone went dead. The phone did go dead. Hey, Salty. It's in a pre-constructed deck. Nyah, nyah.